Good morning. So, it's a new day. Haven't recorded a video in a while. I want to start to get into this routine of recording videos just because I feel like, number one, I enjoy it. Gives me some sense of like purpose. Number two, it helps me to be motivated to explore curiosities that I have. A lot of times I get caught up in like the day-to-day like work. Work takes up my entire day. I'm also a parent, so I have to like be a parent. I'm a husband, so I have to be a husband. And of course, those things take priority. But it's also nice to carve out some time and to force myself to be kind of creative and to be curious. And I feel like those things kind of, I don't know. I think they make me a better person for the things that I prioritize, like being a husband and a father and maybe even an employee. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to force myself to be creative. Whether or not the product is good, I don't know. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter. To me, what matters is I'm actually doing this and I'm tinkering around with a video camera and a microphone and a computer, and I'm not doing too much editing. This is like not a big project for me, but it kind of gets me going, I guess. But some of the things that I was thinking about today, well, I was thinking about a lot of things. I've been trying to sort of put these different curiosities in these buckets in my head, like mental buckets, so that they don't go away. And I try to use technology to note them. But then I have to remember to look at the technology, like the Notes app or reminders or whatever it is I'm using, to then remind myself to remember them. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's all over the place, and I'm all over the place. So just trying to figure out how to, have a routine, how to I don't know, just have like a good day-to-day life, because I don't know, it's worth it, I guess. But anyways, some of the things I did want to sort of know more about, and I guess therefore record a video on, are like economics. I did my undergraduate degree in economics, as did a lot of people, I think, who found themselves not knowing what the heck to do in college. Wasn't my first pick, if I want to be honest, but I didn't end up enjoying it. And I graduated and I learned some things, but this was a long time ago. So I want to sort of refresh my memory, like go back into economics and sort of understand that a bit better. Something I have loved all my life is science. I did teach biology for like 5 years, high school biology, and I enjoyed it. It's something that I didn't necessarily think of as like, it's not something that I loved as a kid or even in high school, but as a teacher, teaching biology to kids, it really hooked me, and it really, sparked wonder in my brain, and I enjoy it. So I wanted to go into biology more. And then the last thing, which I have always been interested in and curious about, is like theology. I come from a perspective and a worldview of Christianity, because I'm an American. That's the prominent religion in the United States of America, where I'm from, in the southwestern United States, in the state of New Mexico. We have Catholicism as our primary religion, but interestingly, I don't have a first-hand view of Catholicism, because my family, even though like my grandparents were very devout Catholics, my parents did not bring me into that path. We took a path all over the place. As a kid, we didn't go to church. We didn't do any of that stuff. We then went into evangelical Pentecostal Christianity, which is a bit strange for New Mexico. But then again, now that I think about it, it's not, because we're also in the United States, and the influence of the United States has then overcome, your traditional paths like Catholicism in New Mexico. If you drive around Albuquerque, there's mega churches a lot. There is a huge mega church. I don't know, huge. It's maybe a medium-sized mega church when you think about mega churches in the United States, but it is an Assemblies of God mega church. They don't call it Assemblies of God anymore. I think these mega churches, they're just the mega church, and then their denomination is like, they don't want to like advertise it. But anyways, I digress. There are a lot of mega churches in Albuquerque. Stats, when I look them up, say that Catholicism still is the primary Christian denomination in New Mexico, but that's also very, I don't know. It's if it's not wrong, which sometimes I feel like it might be, it's on its way to being not the dominant religion in New Mexico. Either that or the evangelical Christian faith community is louder. Rabbit hole. That's not what I wanted to talk about today as much, but those are the things that I wanted to kind of go into more. So as a dad, as a husband, as an employee, I don't have a whole lot of time to go into these topics, to research, to kind of satisfy my curiosity. My main time is in the morning when I wake up. I wake up before everybody else. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. First thing I do is make coffee, and I will start reading. Most of the time it's like the Bible, and I will take the pieces of the Bible and I'll sort of try my hardest to dissect them and to understand them and to learn about them and to kind of get an idea of historical context and what the author's meanings were, and what impact later Christian leaders had on the Bible, and that impact on culture, and that my brain goes wild in the morning, and that is when curiosity is the best for me. So it'll be that, or it'll be like an article that I'll read, and I'll try to dissect that. I don't usually read like a book in the morning. I don't know if maybe I just don't have the energy to sort of invest in a book in the morning. It's usually like something really short. But yeah, that's when the time is ripe for me, is that morning time. But outside of that, the day just gets away, and anything that I had any sort of curiosity for takes a back seat to things that are just shouting at me every day in my brain. A Teams message on my computer, an email, a task I have to do for work. Mostly it's work, right? I'm at work 8 hours a day, but it feels like it takes up more of my brain space a lot of times. I'm thankful I can work at home now, so I can be more productive at home without the distractions of the office. But I still find myself spending a lot of time and energy with work stuff, which is fine. It's okay. Work is fine. But I want to find that time to sort of be curious, to learn, and sharing is fine. Like this YouTube video. I'm not going to try to say that I have any answers, but I can say that I will be curious with whoever wants to be curious with me on the video, I guess. Although it also makes me feel a little weird that somebody would watch a video that I make, because I don't like to be in the spotlight. I don't like to have, eyes on me. It makes me feel weird, I guess. But also the desire to create is a little bit higher than the weirdness I feel for being watched. So whatever. But yeah, I am not an authority on anything. I will say wrong things, I'm sure. I will come to it from a learning standpoint instead of like, hey, I know this, I'm the authority on this or whatever. I think a lot of YouTube videos do that. they want to share. Maybe they come from a curiosity standpoint, but then it comes off as like, this is the authority. I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that or misreading that. But anyways, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. 10-minute video. Yeah, that's all.